Hey y'all, look at this precious little tray. Wait till I tell you how I made it. Hey, my name's Ashley. I'm from Virginia. So I grabbed a 5x7 little MDF board from my chalk shop and I gave a good coat of paint on the top, on the bottom, on the sides. And I'm using Folk Art Vintage White. Dried that. And y'all, this fiber paper is so pretty. So this is Redesign's decoupage fiber paper, and the one I'm using is soft veil. And instead of using a decoupage medium, these fiber papers are a little bit thicker. They're almost like a dryer sheet. So you want to use 3D gloss gel just to make sure it gets a good seal on it because it's so thick. So I put that all over it and laid my paper where I wanted it. After it was dry, oh, I did put a coat on top of it. After it was dry, I took my little finger sander and got all that excess off. I didn't want to cut it because, y'all, I love scraps and I try to have the least amount possible used on there. All right, so now this is a decoupage queen trimmings mold, and I just grabbed my Jovi clay in white, just running that mold. Now, I didn't record every single one of them, but I do use a little bit of baby oil in there, and then I get my mold out. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to miter my corners because I want a clean edge. So I lay both pieces on top of each other and take my sharp tool and just kind of cut through both of the pieces, pull off the excess, and just kind of pinch them together. That gives it a miter edge. It's a pretty corner. It's just pretty. Now, this is where I messed up. So I grabbed my heavy body gel and I'm putting my clay on there. But in a few minutes, you'll see me put some fine line crackle on here. I should have put my molds on after I did my fine line crackle and I did my varnish and all. But hindsight is 2020. I didn't know that I wanted to fine line crackle this. I was just like, I'll run molds on it and make it a pretty tray. It's okay. So we just did the best we could. And so I got my molds glued down and they really need to sit there and dry. So actually, it dried overnight. This is the next day. And there's a lot of next days on this project because I love this, y'all. So the first thing I did was grab my fine line crackle and put it all over the bottom of my tray. I try to be really careful and not get it on my clay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We did a pretty good job. So this is step 1, component 1, and it goes on almost like a glue. And then you'll know it's dry because it'll be clear. See? Then you grab step 2. This is where the magic happens. Oh, it's just, oh, I love fine line crackle. It adds such a vintage look to your piece. So I put that on all over and I am picking pieces of paint off of it that were falling off my paintbrush. Yeah. Just never know what's going to happen, right? Look, there's another one. So, got step 2 on there and gave it a good dry and just watch the crackle happen. Oh, love it. So now we're going in with our Pentart antique paste in antique gold. So after you use fine line crackle step 1 and 2, you cannot use any water-based product on it until you seal it. So that's why I grabbed the antique paste. It is solvent based. So it was totally fine. So I put that all over and then took a paper towel and wiped it off. Don't want to use a baby wipe again because you don't want anything water based on there. Now we need to seal it. I grabbed my Pentart clear varnish, and this is actually in gloss. Not very often you see me use gloss. I'm more of a matte kind of girl, but I put a coat of it all over. Now, if you put your brush straight in water, it's going to be gummy, yuck, and you're going to have to throw it away. So I grab 99% isopropyl alcohol, and that's what you were doing. You were seeing was me clean my brush. So now I'm grabbing my black fast casting resin and we're gonna pour bows. I mixed up a little bit too much resin. So of course, I always just fill up my mold with whatever else. I can always use the castings on a different project. But I needed 2 bows. So I went ahead and poured that and set it to the side. I'm grabbing my Finnabair gesso, and the clay is really porous. So you definitely want to put something over top of it. Gesso is great to just put a seal on it. And now I'm grabbing my apple barrel in black, and it's just paint, and we're just gonna paint those molds. Look at that, y'all. Oh, it's so pretty. And my first mold is set up. I'm just gonna demold everything. Look at that bow. So cute. All right, so I did go ahead and pour 2 of them. It's fast casting, super easy. I have 2 Jenga blocks sitting there, and I grabbed my heavy body gel. Put my heavy body gel on the bottom of my bows, on the tails, and I'm using my Jenga block to kind of prop them up because these are going to be the handles for the tray. This is such a cute idea. You could really use anything on your little tray, make a cute little tray out of anything at all. So it needs one more step. I'm grabbing my Finnabair Wax and Aged Brass, and with my little tiny brush, I'm just going to go all over the surfaces. And y'all, I absolutely love the way this turned out. You can use it for anything. You can sit it there. You can use it for keys. You can use it on your bathroom counter, on your dresser, for your earrings. So many uses. Or you can just sit it there because it's pretty. Let me know what you think, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks, y'all.